Robin. Five. Wait, let me look out. I've kept it open and I've, so like MT5 is opening, but when I click on trading view, it blanks out. I've kept it open. So like MT5 is opening, but when I click on web pages, what about this one?
Windows capture.
Where is that option? This one?
Truth. Trading view.
No, not trading view, web page.
This is website. Trading view is here.
So TradingView is opening. He did it. Robin did it. Now I want to keep the web page open. So web page will be this one. Yeah. Thanks. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. All right. Good afternoon. How are you all doing? All right. It's currently 2:10 England Standard Time. So you can start. Coming into the live session, coming into entering the live streaming. All right. So please keep commenting. Say hi. Good afternoon. A very good afternoon to you all. My name is Harsh. We will take another 10 minutes so that people can start to join in. We want more people to come in. All right. A very good afternoon, everyone. I'm still waiting for people to join in. Okay, we're still waiting. We still want more people to join in. All right, come on. We'll give you another 5 minutes. Come on, keep joining in. Keep joining in. You know, we want more people to be a part of this live stream session. La, 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 la. All right, come on. Good afternoon, a very good afternoon, everyone. Keep coming in. Come on. We want more people to join. We'll give another couple of minutes before we start the session. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. We had a morning session and it went very good. People were interested, people were showing positiveness. And I feel good about it, right? Because when people give me that sort of, response or they reciprocate with me, I understand that, yes, how well am I doing? How bad am I doing? And then I adjust myself. So, good afternoon, everyone. We still will have 1 to 2 more minutes before more people come in, and then we will start the live streaming session. All right, come on, keep joining in, keep joining in. Comment in the box and tell how many people are feeling good today. How many people are feeling great today? Are you excited for today's live webinar? Come on, show me your love. Show me. Write down in the comments. Okay. So, all right, a very good afternoon to one and all. All right, a very good afternoon to one and all. I'm, friend Harsh, and I have been associated with the financial markets for almost 8 years. I majorly specialize in forex, FX, commodities such as gold, crude oil, silver, and US indices such as S&P 500, Dow Jones, and now we even are focusing on the Indian indices and the stock market like Nifty, NSE, BSE, and the stocks. All right. So I have been experienced. I have a vast set of experience of almost 8 years. I have even started, from scratch, like you and me, who are interested about what the financial markets are about. How the markets are running, functioning. So even I had to start from somewhere, correct? So I did my due diligence with the help of my dad. We came across, these institutions, academies that provide you education, and that's how I started learning. So it's been a journey of 8 years, right? 8 years. two, three, 8 years. It's been a pretty long journey. I've had a lot of ups and downs, good learning curves, bad learning curves, but that is what things are about, right? We are here to learn. We are here to learn from our mistakes, learn from our experiences, and we just want to do the best, correct? So, as you can see from the title, I have written why the Indian real estate is surging. Now, the term surging basically refers to prices going up, correct? Surging, prices are appreciating. So it caught my attention, and I would want to share you the article for why I am talking about this particular topic today. Give me a minute. So, is India's real estate sector witnessing unprecedented growth among wealthy Indians and NRIs? So there are certain institutions or certain policies that the RBI, the central government, has been working upon. So they have come up with certain, they have slagged, the interventions, the policies regarding real estate companies, the big boys, right, in the real estate sector. They have given them more slack, or I would call it as flexibility, in terms of influxing capital into the economy. So, and especially when it comes to the, the residential, retail, the real estate sector, look at the numbers, when you're looking at 290,000, 300,000 units of sales. It's based on robust demand. As I had explained earlier in the live streaming session, there has been a lot of influx. The economy is strengthening. There is a lot of FDIs, foreign direct investments coming into the country. A lot of construction, infrastructure, telecommunications. So all of them are interconnected. So RBI has loosened, its policies. So to kind of, give them more flexibility, give flexibility to these kind of companies, so that they can kind of, breathe in and, make more positive impact. So one of the companies that has been of interest is this one, which is Oberoi Reality. Let me type it here. So Oberoi Reality, it's one of the, like, before I get into this, it comes under NIFT Real, I guess, right? Nifty Real. So basically, you have the Nifty Reality Index, right? So again, like how we had discussed or talked about how the Nifty has 50 companies, the top performing companies which are sustaining the Indian economy's index, right? So we have the Nifty Reality Index also. So apparently, because of the lax or the flexibility given by the central government based on its policies to, loosen or let, the real estate sector breathe. So there are, I guess, around 12 to 19 companies as far as I remember, but you would have to check it. But one of the companies in this one is Oberoi, right? It's a very well-known real estate company. There are many like Shobha. We got Oberoi. We got even Reliance, I guess, in this. Oberoi. So I mean, based on the slack or the flexibility given by the RBI and the central government, there has been a huge shoot. I guess the policy was instated, I guess, a couple of weeks back, if I'm not wrong. I mean, based on that, the prices have just been shooting off through the roof. People are like, wow, why? How come prices just shot up? Or was it because of the news event at that time, or it's the the RBI policy, the loosening of the RBI policy for the real estate sector, for the Nifty real estate sector? Not for the entire real estate sector, please. I'm talking about the Nifty real estate sector. So based on that, when people are like giving them about these kind of flexibilities, there has to be a huge surge, correct? This huge surge is imminent because now more people can invest more, companies can invest more, companies can borrow more funds to expand their their construction phases, etc. So coming to the view of Oberoi reality, right? The price have been just shooting in one direction. This is because of the reasons that I have stated earlier, but just to kind of give you a small glimpse of is it just based on people talking the fundamentals, the news? Yes, that is kind of a big catalyst, a big reason for that. But when you just look at purely based on technicals, right? Now for a this is a stock, as I had discussed in the morning when we were talking about indices. These indices are much bigger because they are a basket of companies, 50 companies for NSE and 30 companies for BSE. When we talk about individual stocks, right? So frankly, based on my experience, going to a yearly chart, like makes no difference because you don't have much data. Some companies are old, some companies are new. So coming to the daily, let's stick to the daily because the daily gives us a good amount of information. The prices have been good. They have been correcting, they have been rallying, they have been breathing in and breathing out, right? But this current news event which had taken place, right, like I had mentioned, a week or around 2 weeks back, this price has been shooting up. But when you look at it from a technical point of view, the prices have been clearly in an upswing. Prices have corrected them. Prices have corrected themselves. Continued higher, taking out higher. These are like terms that we are going to be using more, in the future and even in the current sessions. But for people who do not understand, don't break a sweat. I get it. It's a little, you might find it a little intimidating, because he's like, you're talking about trend lines and structure, price action. It is fine. You don't worry. It is no problem in that, right? We're going to have, it's a very relaxed, interactive live streaming session. It's for people like you who need to be given more information. And how can we forget about our stocks, our analysts, our experienced analysts are here to help you by giving you the best hot stocks, stocks that have potential for performance, and we give it in real time, correct? I had even mentioned it before that we have a very strong track record. For the past 1 month itself, we have been able to generate around 83%, 82 to 83% ROI. That is a very strong number. So, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it's very important that be a part of these live streaming sessions so that you can learn more, you can listen, and you can start to be more aware about how what the Indian share market is doing, what stocks are picking up, what stocks are of interest to us, and how we can share it to you too. So you can basically look at our live streaming sessions and even make money while watching. I mean, like you're hitting, it's like one arrow and two shots, right? So this was pretty interesting for me when I came across, why the real estate in the Indian real estate sector has just shot up, especially the nifty real estate sector. And I was very interested, when I came across this particular article, and it just showed so much about um, the potential. Okay, the government has to support the economy in terms of there are going to be tightenings and there are going to be slackenings. These are two terms. Tightening is when they want to constrict, because there's maybe overflow of demand, but not too much of supply. Not too many people want to imbibe, take in, or consume. And the other time when they have to lose them because there is so much of demand coming in that they have to relax the boundaries. So for this particular boundary, it's the real estate sector, and the real estate sector is a very crucial sector for any economy because that is where people live, people grow, people have offices. Construction is a very large aspect of any economy in any part of the world. Correct. So it was very interesting for me, and I hope it is interesting for you too because. such kind of articles, because every day we are going to have some or the other news events coming out, or updates taking place as to what is happening, what are the highs, what are the lows, who's doing good, who's doing bad. So we are here to give you a quick update about the recent developments or the updates which are taking place in the Indian share market. All right, so looking at the chart, right? Oberoi, we were talking about Oberoi. Let me open the chart. So Oberoi, right? Oberoi, before continuing, I want to say thank you so much for people who are joining into our live streaming sessions. It's been great to have so many people like you who's joining, who have the same mindset. We are able to connect, right? We have a heart. We have a heart to a heart connection. So we are able to connect. I'm trying to share my experience, having a vast experience of 8 years. I know I still consider myself to be an amateur, correct? Nice word. But still, we are here to learn, discuss. There might be things which people like you might be more aware about. So, thank you so much, and let's continue. So we were talking about Oberoi. Now Oberoi, as you can see, like I had mentioned about the charts and the things, fundamentals do play a very important aspect, but when it comes to technical, because I'm more of a technical trader myself, you know, for us, when we talk about technicalities, it's one thing is of importance, and that is as a technical trader, we have this golden line, and it says the chart discounts everything. Price chart discounts everything. So the meaning for that is what you see on the chart, correct? It has everything included for. Don't go by the word discount. Discount means we take offer. No, what the line suggests, price action or the price on the chart discounts everything. It basically includes everything, as in whatever you see on the chart, people have already been, putting in orders. Now, for example, when the news had come out, like I had shown you on the web page. So when this article had come out, the Indian government, the policy makers sitting over there in New Delhi or in Mumbai, they are aware about. They are the ones who started with it. It's not a day's work, it takes months and months of preparation. So it's not like a one day, like people just got up and they were like, all right, now let's start to see, what we can do. No, there is a lot of thorough planning that goes beyond such, you know. You just cannot get up in the morning and be like, hey, let us loosen the real estate, the surrounding, or what we call, let's loosen the policies a little bit so that the nifty real estate sector can flourish more. No, they need to, like, plan out thoroughly why it's necessary for them to, loosen out the policies. They have to build in, they have to understand, like, okay, because this sector needs aggressive expansion. We need more FDIs, foreign direct investments. We need even the domestic investments coming in. We need to make our real estate stronger. So that is the reason. So it requires a lot of thorough planning, and it takes time and effort, correct? So what we already see on the chart, correct? What we see on the chart is this, that the price will always be, ahead of what you can even think about. So that is why me as a technical trader, we look at these aspects too, and then we analyze based on, sorry, this one, we use this data to, get a gauge of what is happening. So I had a couple of questions coming in, and which is, could you help me analyze the Naparol stock? Naparol stock. We will get to Naparol stock in a little bit. Just give me a little bit of time to finish my uh, reasoning for, why we are looking at this. And this is just a stock, right? I'm not talking about even the real estate index. I'm talking about stock, and this is one of the many stocks which are performing pretty well. So, like I mentioned, it's about an area, when, let me draw it more professionally, I would call it as It's going to be here, which is the pollinated part. When prices are going and they need to breathe in and breathe out, correct? Like I had already mentioned to you earlier. Prices generally breathe in, so they escalate in price, and then prices correct. And now prices breathe out, and so on and so forth. Now, generally, when you're looking at something like this, correct, you can clearly see based on the direction of how prices are kind of going up, going down. They're like waves or tides, I would call it as going up and going down. So, here, as you can see, prices have always been, the lows have been holding, pushing prices high. Like price goes low, price goes high, so it takes out this. Now this is in charge. This is again a little just about what. Don't get confused or scared. Like, oh, how, while you're jumping, you're not jumping, but I just want to give you a small glimpse of, fundamentals are important, but technicalities rule. As per my understanding. So you can clearly see prices have been creating, these higher highs, and prices have been creating these higher lows. Whenever a price creates another high, it's called as a higher high, and if it creates a low, it's called as a lower low. We'll get into all those terms once stock market, share market closes, but for now, just this. So as you can see, prices have been taken out slightly over here. It's a very subtle, like little bit, just going up and down, creating a higher high, and like had written a higher low, so price is creating a higher low, and now price creating a higher. Prices came, to the lower area. When prices go up, that particular area, like this area, is in charge, for holding price. Price will correct only in that range before it decides to go up. So this has been a small and a quick, and I do agree it's a little more on the technical side, but I just had to correlate the article to what we see on the price. So we started to talk about the Nifty Real Estate Index, the sector, and one of the best performing companies in that sector is this stock called Oberoi. So that is how the fundamentals and the technicals they have to be combined together, and then you can see how prices react, or where are potentials, where we can enter. Now, Mr. Yasin has been asking about, could you help me analyze the Naprol stock? Mr. Yasin, brother, you are in for a treat, because our analysts, right? Our analysts have been talking about this stock too, and it is there on the hot list. Let me show you Naprol. The ticker is NAPEROL. All right, Naperol Investment Limited, correct? And this is listed on the Bombay Stock Exchange. It's fine, There's the when I say, for example, a company listed on the BSE or the NSE, that is the BSE, whether it is listed on BSE or NSE. It's frankly irrelevant for people like you and me, but it's good to know which stock comes under which index, whether it comes under the Bombay Stock Exchange or the National Stock Exchange. So Naprol Investments Limited. Let us first quickly go and check on the screener, because as I had mentioned in the morning, we have this particular website, Screener, www.screener.in, and it is a beautiful website for knowing more about the company, Indian companies. Yeah, please bear in mind this is for Indian companies, stocks only, correct? Naparol Investment Limited. So as we can see, quickly, a very quick glance about how it is showing and all that. Currently, the price is at 1,444 rupees with a market cap of 830, which is not very significant, but it is substantial for people like you and me. And the highs and lows. Let's go down. We see this chart, this line chart where price, there was a strong boom in price. Now currently prices in a correction phase, and prices continuing down. But if you look at the overall sentiment, when the rally took place for this particular stock, it was around 30th August. Now it is October. August to September, September to October. So around 2 months, there was a huge rally. Now prices are correcting themselves. So what do you expect prices to do? Since there was such a strong rally, prices generally should be continuing higher, correct? All right, so a quick little more information about what they are. One second, sorry. It's basically they're basically into manufacturing, distributing of peroxygen chemicals. Though I am not too sure about what the chemical is about, but please make sure you just need to log in, and you will get all the details, about the company, where it is established, where the headquarters are. We are just having a quick glance about what the company is, before we start to go into the technicals of where we are going to enter, correct? Some of the pros companies are almost debt free. For a company to be debt free, wow, that is a big thing, because most of the companies, when they go, when IPOs are made, correct? Because you need to have an IPO if you want to be listed on the stock exchange. IPOs are initial public offerings. So initial public offerings are, one second. Yes, initial public offerings are for people, to list their companies on the stock exchange. They have to, follow the due diligence procedure, and that's how they get listed. So, when someone says that the company is almost debt free, that's a big thing, because they've kind of cleared out all their debt, and they're more relying on being debt free, so that they don't owe anyone any liability, which is very good. Market value of investments is more than the market cap. Wow, that is huge, right? But the people, I mean to say, people are more interested about or more optimistic about this company. Quarterly earnings, as you can see in the last couple of months, it's been zero point 0.8. What are the actual sales? Sales are right at 0.28. Operating profit slightly negative. Profit before tax slightly negative. It's because you could see the correction that I had shown you, right? The corrections that have been taking place. So compared to the previous data, it will be negative, correct? It will be diminishing, because you can see from the line chart, the prices are correcting. They're falling down. We don't call these as reversal. These are correction phases, correct? You can see the company is stock free. Remember, the market value investments, it's almost of around 1000 crores, compared to the market cap of 800. It is a very significant value. So when the fundamentals of the companies are strong, I mean, you will have corrections, or you will have strong corrections. But when, you know, prices are becoming cheaper for such kind of companies, which have strength in them, we should look for trades. And we are going to go to the charts to see where we can try to enter, and where are we plan to enter based on our analysts. So let's look at TradingView. But before that, let me quickly have a glance at what people are writing. All right, hardly any interactions going on. No problem. We want more interactions, people. Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, we need more. We need to have more interactions. If you're having any doubts, or if you're having any sort of queries, please do write in the comment box, right? I hope I'm showing it right. The comment box is on this side, correct? So write in the comment box and let me know. And not just about comments. I mean, you can even, share your enthusiasm. I like people who are interested to learn more about what is happening. See, I'm no god. I'm no PhD in financial trading, but we learn every day. We learn from people. We learn from experiences. We learn from our own mistakes. We learn from our own understanding, our own mind. Our mind is so strong that we can, just let it expand and think about of all the curiosities around what is happening. Let us see, why is this thing happening this particular way, that particular way. So it's a big thing, correct? So coming back to Naprol, sometimes I get so excited, and I kind of get so carried away that sometimes, yes, we need to get back to the trade. Everyone here wants to make money, correct? So for making money, let me show you today's first hot stock, which is Naprol, correct? Naprol Investments Limited. So we are looking, let me give you the levels first. So 1470. 1470. Let me put it as a blue line so people can understand. Like I had mentioned, we use this and it's an area. Let me give you the higher number, which would be it's around 1470 to keep it in simple terms. We are trying to go along at around 1470. Prices right now have gone a little more lower. That is okay, which is better because we are trying to get better prices to enter at, correct? No problem. See, remember, it's not like you just have to close your eyes and just take. When we are trying to provide you with these kind of hot stocks, yes, we have done our due diligence, but please bear in mind that yes, the markets will do what they have to do. You can't be like, okay, if Harsh said it has to touch at 1470, correct? 1470 and then shoot up. I don't run the financial markets, to even move the English share market or the financial markets in general, you need millions and millions of dollars, yeah, crores of rupees, to move price even this much. Maybe from 1470 to maybe 1475, just five ticks. In that 5 lakhs, you need to put in so much of capital, right? So people like you and me, we don't own like a gold mine or an oil well, right? So we will have, we want to go with what institutions are doing. But nonetheless, we have our entries at 1470. It's an area, approximate area. The good part for you is that it's the prices are getting more cheaper, discounted. So we have this area, and we have our target, which target is going to be plus minus around 1600. Interesting. Let me put a line 1600, and this is going to be target one. Let me put it as green line. Oh, I think you might not be able to see this, so let me make it a little darker. Correct? Yeah. This is going to be, let me write it in capital. Target 1. So around 1600 areas, 1600 to 1610. 1610. Approximate area, right? This is where we are expecting prices to come and continue up. As well as we have target 2 also. Target 2 will be at around 1800 levels. 1800 levels. So let me just put the value for 1800 and let me change the color to yellow, so there is a contrast so people don't get confused. It's an area, please, right? Let me just make it. I need to keep clarifying it because it is very important for me to clarify. People will have doubts. No problem. We all are learning. We all are here to share information, and especially when hot stocks come out, these are things that you should be making sure that you should hop onto it. Or if you're not ready to hop onto it, do your due diligence. But look at it. Keep a track of how many hot stocks we are trying to share. Keep a list of how many have performed well, how many might have not performed well. We're not here to make money or make a huge ROI on each and every. We look at it from an overall perspective. We want to make money. Overall, cumulatively. The word is cumulative. Cumulative means in combination, not just one, but in combination. Correct. So, people, here is Naprol Investments Limited. If you want, please, I would highly suggest that you take a screenshot or write it down, preferably screenshot. Like who writes down, correct? I mean, writing is old age. So people, please take a screenshot. It's for your benefit, and you can keep it as a record, so a track record, so that you can also evaluate on your own. All right, so these stocks were given, these were the prices, stock levels, and we are suggesting you to go at a position, correct? Position, right? Position sizing. You have to, like we are telling you, around 10 to 15%. I think this is great. This is not, you know, let me make it a different color so people can see it, correct? Position 10 to 15%. Whatever the account sizes that you're currently having, in whichever share market broker you are using, Share Khan, Angel One. There are so many, right? Which is that one by the Kamath brothers? You get the point, right? Kite. Yeah, the platform name is Kite. It's for Zerodha, right? Zerodha. So, whatever the size, account size that you are having, you can use. We recommend you to give a position sizing, yeah, risking around 10 to 15%. So for people who have taken a screenshot, you can take it again. And for people who haven't, or people who are sleeping, come on, get up. It's afternoon. If you're not sleeping, it's still daytime. Come on, you can do much better than this. All right, you can have a screenshot and take it. I'll give you a minute. Oh, okay, Mr. Lee has said good background. Oh yes, it looks dope, right? It looks nice. I like it too. Yeah, I think this city is. Somewhere in I guess South America. I'm not sure. Please don't jump on me. But I think it's great. Yeah, it looks nice. So I hope you all have taken the screenshot for the first stock, Naporal Investments Limited. Correct? Now, all right. I hope everyone has taken the screenshot. Perfect. Five, four, three, two, one. Good. Now, who's ready for another hot stock? I give you one. Who wants another one? If you want the other hot stock, comment, say yes, I want the next hot stock. We have another hot stock. Who's ready for that? Come on, people. You can be better. You can make it more enticing. Come on, you need to be more, connected, more happy. Come on, I want people to be happy. I want people to know that they're having a good time. They're able to listen and even understand about some concepts. When I'm talking, there are many people over here who are talking about. When I'm talking, there, your mind start to become more curious. You are like, wow, yeah, this is something new which I have listened to, or maybe I haven't listened to this, or maybe I was thinking in a different manner. So everyone comes in with their niche qualities, their persona, and that is well, maybe I might be talking about something and that can trigger your mind to think in a particular direction. So we are all here to share information. All right. So yes. Yasin is saying first target to 1600. That is correct. Yasin, let me just show it to you on the chart. 1600. If you want, I can put the lines again for people who have missed it. Target number one is 1600 to 1610, right? As you can see there, if you want, I can write it down. So, yeah, I think people are getting confused just by looking at the lines. My suggestion would be when I write these entries, the reason and putting the color coding is, for example, if you can look at my mouse, for example, I told you to enter at around 1470. Prices are still falling down. So most of you, if not all, would still be holding, would be like, no, let prices go lower. It's okay, no problem. We wait, or you can enter at a better price because you're getting at a lower price, correct? So when I put entry and when I put the blue color line, yeah, because I have color denotations for generally what I use, you can clearly see it on the right side. You have these numbers. So for example, my entry, as I had mentioned, was at 1470. So you can see the color coding is resonating to 1470. So it becomes simpler because if I keep typing over here, right, it might take a lot of time and then people might be confused as to what levels. So like I said, entry was at 1470. Then we have our first target, our first profit taking position will be target one. We have these two lines, so you can see I've written the two lines coincide with 1600 and 1610. So this is the area that we expect prices to go to for target one. Whereas for target two, the yellow color line, As you can see, it is 1800 to 1820. So it's an area, correct? Entry for the blue line, target 1 for the green lines, target 2. Again, remember these lines are areas, not like okay here and there. No, it's an area. It's an estimation. It's an adjustment that you can make to your. It's your person. You can configure it. You can change it to your own personal adjustments. Correct. So please bear in mind that we have the blue color lines. I mean the lines and the denotations. The boxes on the right hand side. You can see this vertical column, right, with all the values. That is the price. So 1470 entry. We have 1600 as target 1 and 1800 as target 2. Let me quickly have a look at the chat box, and I hope Yasin, that has cleared your query as to the target at 1600. Yes, you are correct. The target is at 1600. All right, so who's ready for stock number 2? Stock number 2, stock number 2, stock number 2. The stock number 2 is, let me say it out. Ta-da. Stock number 2 is IPRINGL. Let me repeat it again. It's IPRINGL Limited, correct? So IP rings, as you can see at the below at the watermark mentioned IPR ING Ltd, right? IP Rings Limited. So let us quickly have a little info about what this company is all about, because I'm not quite aware about this company. IP Rings Limited. So basically, they are manufacturers of engine and transmission components, a huge component of the automobile industry, right? I mean, everyone requires, right? Most of us require cars for transportation. So the engines and the transmission, the clutch system, the transmission of how the engine performs, with increasing speed, decreasing speed. So they are basically manufacturers, correct? That's a very good description about the company. Right now, you can see the current price is at 236. All right, so it comes into the mid segment, right? It's not too expensive as a blue chip company, but it's not, it's on the lower side. Small to mid size company. A market cap of 300 crores, okay. ROC at 4.05. Just looking at the line chart, wow, so this stock has potential to go up. Strong movements, right? Almost similar to the previous stock that we had seen, which was Naprol Investments, correct? So during the time of August, we would have to go and check why, but it's insignificant. We can currently see that yes, the prices are bullish. The stock has potential, and prices are going up. Some of the pros: the company's working capital requirements have been reduced from 59 days to 41 days. Interesting. Now, this is a pretty interesting piece of information. Why? The company's working capital requirement maybe based on, because there's a lot of you know influx of spare parts, maintenance. So the working capital, as you can see, has reduced in terms of the number of days, which is good because then there's more fluidity, as in there is more flexibility or quick movement of money, for spare parts, for buying, selling, for giving out. So it's good from 59 to 41 days. So that's pretty good. Some of the common stock is trading at 2.7 times its book value. I mean, come on, when a stock has potential, when a stock has potential to continue up, when it has potential to go up, the prices are going to get expensive. You can't expect the price to be cheap all the time. Come on, it's like talking about Reliance. If you look back, I hope you all are aware about Reliance. Like, who is not aware about Reliance? Reliance is the biggest Indian company in terms of market capitalization. I mean, the Reliance people are the richest Asians, correct, in the world. They come in the Forbes top 40 billionaires in the world, and they might be, touching the $1 trillion mark very soon. So the company a couple of years back, sorry, not a couple of years back, but more back, like almost a decade back, you can see, how the prices were like very cheap. Let me just show it to you quickly on the chart so that you can get a good understanding about it. Reliance, I mean, they have a lot of branches, but let me just talk about the Reliance Industries, correct? Now, let me just quickly go back to the monthly charts. I mean, come on, like around 1994, we're talking almost how many decades back, correct? So 1994 plus minus given to the current time where it is right now. So it's around 30 bars, 10,000 days. You can do the calculation. You can figure it out. It's quite old. The share price was where, couple of rupees, 50 rupees, 40 rupees, and now it's at 2000. So when there is potential for a company, when there is optimism about a company, the company is performing well, the company is doing pretty well, people are it's making its name in the industry, in the country, people, the prices will shoot up, because you can't expect the price, okay, if it comes down to maybe 100 $200, then I will start buy again. No, it doesn't work that way. So prices are always going to be more expensive, correct? And which are the points? Let me go back to the web page. Web page. And the company has a low interest coverage ratio. Okay, that's fine. You're not going to get all good, positive aspects all the time. Quarterly results, operating profit at 6.88 compared to the previous month of 8.23. So March was a little more higher before it started to correct, right? So, okay, March, somewhere around this area, prices have been going in that particular value with the rates mentioned. It's fine, Tax, profit before tax, slightly less compared to March. It's okay. Quarterlies are fine. Profit and loss. We can see the operating profit, the trailing 12 months, right? TTM starts for trailing 12 months. The last consecutive 12 months, how is it performing? And, right, it has and it is appreciated, right, from 23 to 25 compared to the quarterlies and the last 12 years. So, which is good. It's positive. So, it's good. We have all the details in this. Getting into the details kind of will become again, will start to, kind of fuse out. Be like, oh, too many numbers, too many. No problem. Let's get back to the charts and I will show you where we are planning to enter. So, IP rings. Let us go back to IP rings. IP rings. Yes. Either you can type the ticker, which is IPRINGL Limited, or you can just type IP ring. Trading view is so beautiful, because it's very quick, it's adaptive, it will pick up on whatever you type. So we are trying to go long at, let me put the value, 230. Let me change the color is going to be blue so that people don't confuse. And we're going to put, let me put the annotation, entry. All right, as per the value at which we are planning, like I had mentioned, it is 230. You can clearly see the blue line denotes entry and the value is at 230. And let's see, what are the questions are we having? I like your style, Mr. Badal Sheikh. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your kind words. Thank you so much. Coming back to IP ring. So 230 is where we are planning to enter with our targets at, it's going to be around 260. 260. Wow, interesting. Very interesting. Remember, like I had mentioned, when a company performs well, when the management is excelling over exceeding expectations. You have these kind of influx of optimism. Like, yes, this company is going to go to the moon. I mean, that is how the optimism is, and then prices skyrocket. We are just trying to get the best entries possible. When prices go up and when they're correcting down, we want to buy, when prices are cheaper so we can ride the wave. The terms used by the Wall Street people, yeah, they kind of use this, let's buy the dips. So this is a very peculiar phenomenon that we are looking at right now, in terms of buying the dips. This is a good example. Targets, right? So, target, Target, target one. As you can see, target one we have mentioned is at 260. Understand, it's an area, right? Please, again, I like to emphasize this because there are many people out there who think like 260 means it has to touch 260. Otherwise, I don't know what I will do. Please, everyone, to their own benefit. If you think that once you get filled in, right? Because remember, we are trying to go long at 230. Right now, price is at 236. You just have to look at this area. Let me denote it with a box so that it's more clear for people to understand. This is an overall an estimate area where people, where we want to enter at 230, but this is an area where price can play around with before it decides to go up, which is going to be, let me show it in annotations. 1 minute. Where is it? Here. No, not this one. Polyline or look at this area. So we are interested in this area with our entry at 230. All right, like I had mentioned, once prices come below in this area with its 230, it can go a little lower. So similarly for target, when we have mentioned 260, 260 is just a level. Whether you come out at 250, 240, or you even let it run to 270, we do not know what price is going to do. But this is an estimate area that we are looking for our targets. So please bear in mind, if you think that once you get filled in or once you enter and and prices are appreciating, prices are going higher and higher, we just have to make sure that prices are doing. You can exit whenever you want to. We don't have any hard and fast rule that yes, prices have to go till then. Correct. So please keep in mind that this is an estimated area where we expect prices to go, and if prices come around this area, around 260 area, we want to close our first target. Correct. And second target. Second. Oh, I forgot target number one. Generally, I keep it to green color. So yes. Oh, this looks more like black. Yes, so this is target number one for green, and target number two, you wouldn't believe it, but we are aiming for the star because this stock has potential and we don't want to miss out on its potential, right? This is where we are expecting for target two. Target number two. So target two, as you can see, we are keeping it around 300. Okay, so quickly let me just zoom out. Here are the levels. Like I mentioned, a quick reminder, the blue line is entry, the value is at 230, so entry at 230 with a target at around 260. All right, and our target 2 at around 300 levels. And like always mentioned, we are looking for a position size of around 10 to 15%. All right, very important. Now please, I'll give you around 2 minutes. Please take a screenshot. Remember, the reason I keep the watermark open is for you people, for you beautiful people, so that you know we are talking about IP rings, and so we are looking at these levels for entry and our targets, and this is the current position size that we are looking for. All right, we are looking at what else? What other comments are we looking at? Sagar Saikya, ENIL. Let me check it out. Is that a stock? Let me have a look. But before that, like I have said, I want you to make sure, people, that you are keeping a look and taking a screenshot of this particular hotspot. It's very important because this is where you are getting information from us, from our team of experience, not just me. We have a big team of analysts over here, and they are the ones who are doing, the hard work and the analysis and finding out the best trades where you can make money. So I hope everyone has taken the screenshot for this. All right. If not, please do so. Please do so. Come on, come on. Everyone, make sure you are taking the screenshot. All right. I hope everyone has taken the screenshot. If not, please do so. All right. All right. The countdown is beginning. Five, four, three, two, one, and zero. All right. I hope you all have taken the screenshot. Thank you. Now I'm going to delete it. All right. Now we had got a comment of Mr. Sagar Saikya. He was asking about Enil, ENIL. Let us have a quick look at what Enil is and how is it doing. All right. So coming to Trading View, sorry, ENIL. Entertainment Network India. Interesting. Now, this stock is listed on the Bombay Stock Exchange and the National Stock Exchange also. So, yes, there are stocks out there which have been listed on both, right? It's not like if you're listed only on NSE, you cannot be listed on BSE. And if you're listed on BSE, you cannot be listed on NSE. There are companies where you can be listed on both. But we are going to look at the national stock exchange because it's at the national level, right? BSE is Bombay Stock Exchange. All right, Anil, as you can see, let's quickly have what you call it. It's called as a top-down approach. We start from the bigger time frames and then we trickle down to the smaller time frames to see what is it showing. So, Anil, interesting. The company had started in the year 2006, so almost 2006 to 2026. 20 years minus 2, so around 22 years. All right. 2006. Anyways, you can see the company has come to the lows based on the technical. Before we get into the technicals, I think, and it's important for us to keep a look at what the fundamentals are showing to get a quick glance of what the company projections are showing. So, Entertainment Network Limited. Remember, it's a company that operates FM radio, broadcasting stations under the name of Mirchi, Radio Mirchi. I mean, you all must be aware about that, correct? Cool FM. Interesting. So, it's more about radio networking. All right. And the value current price is at 210. Wow. A market cap of 1,000. Wow. People are very optimistic about this. It has a market cap of this. Interesting. Profit to earning ratio is 32.9. Wow, pretty good. In terms of line view, for the last 1 year, as you can see, prices had escalated in the year around Jan. So now prices have been correcting themselves down. Based on the market cap and yes, the book value, return on equity 4.32%. It is very tempting to see. Company, but there is a con also on this, which is the company has a low return on equity of negative 8.16, like I had shown you on the charts. Let us go back to the chart because whatever I read over here will be negative because I will let you know why. You can clearly see from the monthly chart the prices have been falling, have been melting like just melting. Melting means it's falling down rapidly. Remember, it is a stock, yeah? Don't confuse it with an index. Prices have come based on the monthly chart. Remember, this is the 12 months, so it's almost a yearly chart that we're talking about. Prices have come to the lower areas. Where is it? Here, one second. Prices have come to the lower areas. When price had created a low, price has created a high, price has created a lower low, prices has created a higher high. Breaking orders. So currently it's this structure from this low to this high, where prices are holding. This is a very bigger, higher time frame picture. I agree. But we need to understand from the bigger time frame picture so that the lower time frame pictures will be more clearer, correct? Going to the weekly. So see huge bullish movements in the years 2013, 12. Currently prices have fallen down. There has been a strong so this is the weekly chart, ladies and gentlemen. Weekly, right? 1 week for the candle to close. Prices have been shooting up. Wow, look at the amount of buying pressure. The moment this so-called area of resistance, which people kind of refer to, prices, has just shot out like there's no tomorrow. Taking out this entire area of resistance. Prices broken, came back, a floor resistance. People call it as floors. Got taken out. Now it is sitting on it and it is reacting. Now it is again coming back down to collect more orders. I feel based on the weekly, there is bullish sentiment on the weekly time frame, correct? Now we're coming to the daily. Daily prices have been going up, down, down. You can clearly see the price, influx from the bearish movement, where prices have been going down, finally coming to an area where, one second, let me just put a line so it can be explained in a better way. Prices have been going, low. This is the high. Prices have created the next lower low. So when I draw, when prices have been going low, bearish movement. This is, I'm sorry to get a little too advanced in my trading terminologies and explanation, but just for my friend over here, because Mr. Sagar wanted some information about Enel. I think I should be helping him out, and people can also take this information and put their own brains into understanding why. Why is it drawn in this particular way? You can start becoming more curious about it. So that is the reason I'm talking more about Enel, correct? So as you can see, prices had gone down. So you can completely see based on the daily time frame, right? So we're talking of days. So when I scroll down and we have data over here, which is showing past, we're going back to the year of the starting of 2024. So that's around 8 months, yeah, 7, 8 months back. Clearly, you can see prices have started to create, the first bullish movement to the upside. Now, when price has been so much bearish, coming down and down and down, and now prices have been going up. Prices have already starting, to collect orders from this area. So, I would suggest that this area is strong. This area, please bear in mind, I'm not giving you exact areas of entry, but based on what I'm looking at the charts, correct? Based on the market, the swing dynamics of what I am analyzing, I can see that yes, after long pressure of bearish or selling pressure, there has come a point where prices are correcting on this particular time frame. Don't confuse yourself with the smaller time frames to the higher time frame. Every time frame has its nuance, and that is where we do expect in the coming time, in the coming short time, right? We can expect that prices, to correct from this area at least to go back to its opposite target area. I'm not going to tell that it's going to go to the moon and all, because that is not, I haven't done thorough analysis on NL, so I would not be the best judge. But if you're asking for the sentiment, upcoming, not current, upcoming sentiment, I would suggest that yes, there is potential for NL entertainment India limited to go bullish, to go long. Let the price correct itself a little lower, let around 200, 205 levels, and once you start to see pattern formations taking place, you can ride it, right? So I hope that answers your question, Mr. Sagar Bhai. Thank you so much. Now, as we have been talking about since the last 1 hour 20 minutes, correct? So just let me quickly give you a recap. But before we do that, let me just quickly have a look at any other questions that have come across. No, no problem. That's good because I think you people are very interested to listen to me and you know build a connection to have a vibe. We call that as vibing, right? Vibe. Remember that's how we talk in Hindi. So, looking at this, I'm happy because people are at least starting to explore, starting to be more curious about how things are functioning, I might be a little advanced at some stages, I might be a little basic at some stages. So, I'm going to always have, this flow. I'm never going to be one. Like, I'm not a robot like, hello, I'm Mr. Harsh. That's not me, I am dynamic. I like to be expressive in the way I talk, in the way I explain, and using my experience to the best of my capabilities and giving you the information is what I am here for. So I'm so thankful for all your well wishes. Thank you so much. Now, quickly, let me talk about today's recap, right? So, as we had started, why the entire headline was how are the Nifty, the real estate index of Nifty, performing so well. And this is what I had given to you, this article that I had come across, right? And it just got my attention. And then I started to analyze and think from my perspective, like, how is it that, the news has come out? And please bear in mind, the the date is not mentioned over here because generally these, okay, yeah, sorry, 19th of June. So please, it's not like it happened, like even last week. It's taken time. But what I'm trying to tell you is when governments, when central governments or RBI, you get it. I'm talking about central entities. When they build up, this kind of policies, whether they are maintaining it, easing it, reducing it, like making it more flexible or making it more what do you call it, or contracting it, constricting it, making it tighter. So this is always based on the dynamics of what the economy needs at that particular time. It might be different for a couple of years back down the lane. Now, as per the current scenarios, as per the current factors, it's very important that the government, the central entities, they take into factor of which sector needs, flexibility so that that particular sector can, aggressively settle the demands of the influx of people, of the optimism, so that the economy has to thrive eventually. Correct. So that is the reason why the header had shown why the Indian real estate sector is closing. When I'm talking about the Indian real estate sector, I am talking about the Nifty real estate. Correct. The top 12 to 15 companies. I might be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, the top 12 companies, the big shots of the real estate companies, yeah. And then we had gone on TradingView to see at one company that I had mentioned, which was Oberoi, spelling Oberoi, Oberoi, my bad. Sometimes I get mistaken in spellings. I think it's fine. Everyone makes mistakes, correct? Who doesn't make mistakes? Everyone makes mistakes. We are here to learn. No one is perfect. We not God. We learning, right? We learning every day. What mistakes we make, we accept, and we improve upon our mistakes. So, like I said about Oberoi reality. So, going back, all the way till June, when the RBI, I mean, the central government or the central entity in general had reduced their rates had eased out, the policies so that the real estate sector, the nifty real estate sector, could widen. And then you can clearly see, price action always discounts it. What I mean by that is, like I had explained, whatever you see on the chart, it has already taken into consideration of all the news events and everything. So the news and the price action, they go together. It's like walking. You can't keep, like jumping, hopping on one leg. You have to walk left leg, right leg, left leg, right leg. So fundamentals and technicals work together. In combination, they, give you more better probabilities. They give you a better understanding. So that is the reason my article for the heading of today's live stream session has been more about the real estate market and why it has been shooting in one direction. And secondly, we had talked about the stocks, NAPROL. Let me just quickly type it for people. I'm sure no one of you would have missed it, but just NAPROL investment. So let me just verbally say it again. We were looking to go long at around 1470. Price currently is at 1455. Just let me put a horizontal line so people can use it. And let me turn it to let me make it orange. No, orange, it's a little too dark. You know what? Let me put it as yellow so people can see. So let me just quickly get the lines. I'm sorry I won't be able to type again, but this is just a summary. So anyone who is entering late, I would just quickly give you the levels as in the lines, and you would have to, keep noting it down. So the level we were trying to go long is at 1470. Prices have gone below, no problem. We're getting better rates, but we expect prices to go up, correct? And our target is going to be at 1600, 1600, approximately 1600 for target 1, and target 2 is going to be at 1800. All right, I'm not going to write the annotations. I'm reminding you again, these are just reference points. It's just a recap of what we have talked till now, so that, people sometimes, even me, including me, sometimes we forget what we had talked, last hour or last half an hour, sometimes even 10 minutes, like, because we are so engrossed in what we are talking, and we are learning, and we are trying to understand how the financial markets work. So it's fine, no problem. So these are the levels: 1470 for entry, target 1 at 1600, target 2 at 1800, and the position size. Yeah, we are risking about 10 to 15%. And second, but not the least, is IP rings. IP rings. Here is IP rings. So IP rings, as we had told you, let me just put the lines again. Just a quick recap. We are planning to enter around 1300 area, correct? Prices are slightly above. We want, preferably, we want price to come back inside and then go up higher. So entry around 2 3. Oh, my jaw is like paining. Been talking so much. All right, so 230, and then we have 260. So 260 is our target 1. Remember, I mean, you people have the screenshots. The beautiful people, everyone is beautiful. 260, right? 260 is target 1, and we are aiming for the stars, right? For target number 2. Target number 2 is going to be at 300. So I hope you all had a great time. Sometimes I do get it. It's going to be a little, heavy or hectic, like what do we call it? Brain melt. Like, people would have heard about the term brain freeze, but I'm talking about the term brain melt because sometimes it does happen, right? So no problem, we do want to take it a little easy. Sometimes I might get technical, sometimes I might keep it basic so that I can, like, accustom to everyone in the group, right? We are here together as a group, not as an individual. Let us look at some questions before we end today's session. Is there a live broadcast every day? Yes, Sagar Bhai, there is a live broadcast that takes place every day, thrice a day. Let me quickly show you the These timings mentioned over here are based on the Indian Standard Time, correct? So I hope I was of little help to you, if not much. I hope my enthusiasm, my way of explaining things work out pretty well. And until next time, all right? So thank you so much. And I hope that your day goes well, all right? Till next time, all right, see you. Bye bye. Take care.